Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the Brown Buffalo Conceal Tote bag. Now the Brown Buffalo did send me this as a sample for review, but all the opinions in this video are mine and mine alone. I did not share this content with TBB prior to publication. They will see this when you do. Now I have dropped some links in the description box down below. Those are non-affiliate links. I put them there for your convenience. If you wish to navigate to the site on your own, feel free to do so. Okay, so this is my third bag, I believe, from TBB. I've been a very big fan of them for a long time. I'm actually surprised it took me so long to get some TBB bags, because back when I did mostly backpacks and EDC related gear, I danced around getting TBB. I know they were on the brink of not being in existence anymore. They came back, but I've had several bags now, and I genuinely like these bags. These are great bags. They're well thought out, well designed, and pretty durable bags. So I would say the past year and a half, I have really gotten into tote bags, and I find them incredibly useful. This one in particular is really useful because it can go into backpack mode, and you can stash these away. They tuck down inside if you're not using it. So backpack mode or full-on tote bag mode. So it is a dual purpose. And one of the key features that I really like about the TBB Conceal Tote is if you are using it in backpack mode, it looks more like a roll top backpack than a tote bag you are wearing on your back. So it actually blends really well if you are wearing this in backpack mode. And I could say I've used it both ways. I have actually used this as an EDC. I'm testing out a different bag now, so I swapped all my EDC gear out of this. But where this has really shined for me is actually doing some of my walks for the clothing I wear. If you've seen any of those videos, you know what I'm talking about. If not, check one of my clothing reviews. That white space that I film those in, that's the catwalk above the photo studio at work. I film those on my lunch break, and I got to get all of the clothes to work, and I use tote bags to do that. So I've actually been using the TBB Conceal Tote quite a bit lately because it's my busy season now, if you haven't noticed, and I've been reviewing a lot of clothing. And sometimes if I have a big box, it takes me 2 or 3 days to get through it, to do all of those turns, because I don't have enough time. I only have a 30-minute lunch break, and I allocate about 20 minutes to do those if I have a bunch of stuff. Sometimes it only takes 5. Sometimes it takes the full 20. So if I have a big box, I'll actually be carrying stuff back and forth for 2 or 3 days to get all of those walkthroughs done. And this bag has been getting a lot of use. Again, I have also used this as an EDC in backpack mode, which is why I had the backpack straps on. I actually was using this as an EDC prior to me getting a different bag that I had to review. So I kind of just took everything out, and I still have it in backpack mode. It's pretty simple. Now this is one time that I will say the quick release straps are very handy, because you just pop the quick release straps. It's much easier when you're not trying to film it. And then there is a little slit here. You just put them in, and you will just slide them down in, and you can kind of smooth them out so they lay kind of flat in there. And then down on the bottom here, you'll see there's these 2 little gaps. There's a little gap on either side, and you just take the bottom strap and feed it through there. On both sides, you see, again, one on the other side. Feed the straps through. And now you have a smooth back for straight tote bag mode. And then you can carry all of your clothing in it when you're trying to get your walkthroughs for all of the review videos that you film, or if you're going anywhere. I love tote bags. My main reason I started loving tote bags is we go to a friend's family owns a big chunk of land on a local lake, and I always use, you can actually see it, it's over here, this pink Mystery Ranch Galligator 19. That's been like my beach bag, my water bag, if you will, because it's pretty light, it's thin. It usually holds about what I need, but it's thin and it dries quickly. But I found I ended up using that with like 1 or 2 of those like regular tote bags just to carry towels. And when we go to the lake, my daughter's still only 7, she could swim, but we still put a life jacket on her, which is in the lake. And then if we're carrying floats and food, I have all of these different bags. I started using tote bags. I got one for review, and I ended up using it as my beach bag, my lake bag, and I was able to fit everything in there. All of the bathing suits, all the sunscreen, all the towels, the life preserver, the goggles, the flippers, the snorkels, everything fit in the tote bag. And then I only had to carry like one other tote bag that had like some snacks and maybe a cooler bag. So I actually drastically reduced my carry down to tote bags. And ever since, I have been in love with them, and I've been using them a lot. I use these on trips. I usually pack at least one out as the game bag, if you will. I throw like my daughter's tablet, books to read, coloring books, activities. They all go inside a tote bag because there's usually enough organization that I can easily organize these things, but there's still a big enough cavity that I can fit everything into one bag, so I don't have to carry multiple bags of things. So tote bags are actually really, really awesome. And the TBB one has been a great one because one of the things that I love about this is that we have water bottle pockets. Now they're on both sides. I'm just gonna pop the strap off. It just seems to get in the way when you're trying to show things. So we'll just take that strap off real quick. So we have two water bottle pockets, and we do have cinch straps so we can actually pull them in. Then there's an elastic band across the top. We also have exterior organization. We have a little Cobra buckle with a little cell phone pocket here, a pretty big dump pocket, and since it's Cobra, you can just snap it back. We have two zipper organizer pockets on the outside, so you can actually fit quite a bit into this bag just on the outside, and you can organize it and get quick, easy to grab items. Now, once we go inside, we do have high-vis orange. Now, if you've seen any of my bag review videos in the past, you'll notice that I love high-vis interiors. Orange is definitely my least favorite high-vis interior. I like gold, but I really like red. But for some reason, multicam black is what we see here. I do like the orange with MCB. It's really the only color that I like the orange. So having the high-vis orange on the inside is actually, it's kind of nice. I like the way the orange looks with the MCB. We do have a padded laptop sleeve on the inside, which is nice. I did carry tech in here for about a week, maybe a week and a half. I was using this as an EDC, so it did come in handy. But for me, as a general use tote bag, I don't need that. So I would use that as a bit of an organizational pocket, not as a tablet pocket when I'm using this in tote bag mode. I don't know what I would stick in there, but I'm sure I would find something to stick in there. Now on the other side of the bag, it's actually kind of nice. We do have a zipper pocket. It's clear, so when you're in the bag looking for something, you still have this high-vis orange on the back side, so you can see what's in there, and you can still access things very, very easily. And then if we flip it over to the other side, you can see we do have some organization on the front of the laptop sleeve. We have a stash liner pocket here with two stretchy pockets, and then there's also a pen pocket here, which you could probably stick like a stylus in. If you are sticking a laptop or tablet in here, you can put your stylus in there. And we do have, you can see it dangling here, a little D-ring for a key clip, and all of this high-vis orange interior. And the top of the bag has this little shelf, if you will. It kind of helps to expand it, so when you're setting it down, even when open, it kind of flays it open just a little bit, so it helps it to hold the top open, so when you're accessing it top down, you can still see into the bag. And I think that it makes it a little bit more convenient for accessing everything, especially if you are organizing this for a little bit of a car adventure bag, if you will. If all of my accessories are in here, I don't have to try to hold it open and dig through. It kind of does a pretty good job at holding itself open. And then we also have our elastic straps at the end, so we can cinch it down if we need to secure something in there a little bit better. Let's hit a few of the specs. Now, the Brown Buffalo Conceal Tote comes in 4 different options, seen here in the black multicam that comes in at $295 USD. It also comes in black grid, also at $295. Then we have the ballistic black that comes in at $275. And then lastly, we have a Ranger green ballistic that comes in at $250. All versions of this bag, TBB say, will fit a 16-inch MacBook Pro. They all feature a fidlock magnetic buckle for the exterior large stash pocket, stowaway backpack straps, and all bags are TSA compliant. Now, having multiple options for this bag means that we have multiple exterior fabrics being used. The MCB version seen here is a 1000D Cordura nylon that is DWR coated with a PU2 backing for water resistance. All of the bags feature YKK zippers and are a 20-liter capacity. Another feature that I would like to point out is that the padded strap for the shoulder strap, it is removable and adjustable. I hate when you get a shoulder strap that has a fixed pad on it. It's not so bad for me, but for taller people, or I guess shorter people, it could become a big issue because the padding stays on the strap when you adjust it. So it's always in the same location. So as you adjust it, you might be making it longer and your padding ends up being further down and not actually going over your shoulder and over your clavicle where you need it. And then you just have webbing digging in. So having adjustable padding means you can make the strap any length you want, and wherever you put it on the body, you can slide this padding so it's going to go over your shoulder and your clavicle. So when you have a fixed padding, you can't do that, and oftentimes you find yourself wearing the strap or the bag uncomfortably because you can't adjust where the padding is. And sometimes that actually makes the buckle land on your shoulder and over your clavicle, and that hurts pretty bad. And it happens more often than not that you might see a bag, especially an expensive bag, have a fixed padded strap. I don't like that at all, so I do like that this is in fact an adjustable and removable padded strap. One thing I would change is I would probably make this a little bit thicker. I mean, this is probably about, what, an 1.5 inch piece of webbing here. Yes, I'd say that's an 1.5 inch piece. It's a 20-liter bag, so you're not going to be loading up with a ton of stuff, but I mean, you can fit quite a bit of stuff in here, especially if you're EDCing this and you start throwing like a laptop in there and you're not using it in backpack mode, you're still using it as tote bag mode. It could weigh down, you know, throw some water bottles inside. It could get kind of heavy, and while I think it would be sufficient, I think a little bit wider of a strap would really help to spread that weight and disperse it a little more evenly over your shoulder, so it would just make the carry a little bit more comfortable if you're wearing it with that weight in shoulder strap tote mode. That's really the one thing I would change. I would make the shoulder strap a little bit wider. Other than that, I found this incredibly useful. I love the fact that I can convert this into a backpack or stick them away if I wanted to. So like if I'm using this in the car and I don't need the backpack straps because they might get caught on, say, an armrest or something like that, I just tuck them away and they're gone. They're out of the way. It's less to get snagged on. But if I wanted to, say, use this as a travel companion and use it in shoulder or sling mode to get to my destination, then when I get there, I wanted to turn this into my day pack, I just simply pull out my shoulder straps when I get there, and I can turn this right into a backpack mode, and it doesn't look like I'm wearing a tote bag on my back, because again, it looks like you're wearing a roll top when you have it in backpack mode. It actually reminds me of one of my favorite roll tops bags, which is my sleeper camera bag that I've had for, I want to say, 8 or 10 years now, and I still love it. I still use it, which is my Wander Prevoke 31. So it has like that roll top kind of vibe to it when you're using it as backpack mode. So I really like that. It's kind of like this little sleeper multi-use tote bag that you wouldn't know you're using a tote bag as a backpack. So very pleased with the Brown Buffalo Conceal Tote. I think the 20 liters is a pretty good size for it. I mean, if I was using this as solely like a beach bag or like a lake bag, I'd probably want it to be a little bit bigger. It's a little short to fit the towels and the life jacket in, but I haven't used it for that situation yet because, well, yeah, I don't go to the lake in the fall and the winter to go swimming, so I haven't had to test it out in that situation. What I've used it for is an EDC to carry the clothes back and forth, and we are probably going to be taking a little road trip here, a long weekend road trip in the next month, sometime in January. I will probably use this as my little electronics entertainment bag, if you will, for my daughter in the car, because I think it's going to work out really, really well for that situation. So if you're looking at the TBB Concealed Tote Bag, I'd say snag one, pick one up. It's actually a really, really great product. TBB has been great, and I love MCB. I know if you're traveling internationally, you don't want to be using it camouflage. I know a lot of countries, not all, but there are enough countries that frown upon or don't even allow camouflage. So if you're traveling internationally, maybe go with a standard Ranger green or black version. But if you're just traveling domestically in the States or just using this as a daily bag, this is going to be, I love the MCB. I think the colorway just looks great. This is my second TBB bag in MCB, and I love this colorway. It's just pretty awesome. It's pretty badass. And overall, it's been a great bag. And when you do have stuff in it, it will actually stand on its own. It's a little, there we go. It's empty, so it wants to kind of just fold in the middle because there's nothing giving it rigidity, but when there is stuff in it, it will actually stand on its own as well. So that is another plus for this bag, because you don't often get a tote bag that will stand on its own. They always tend to take awkward shapes when you're packing them out. But this one, it's been good for me. Whenever I had something in it, it has stood up on its own. Some of the other ones, the taller ones, I guess, they are too tall and they tend to want to just tip. But TBB 20-liter concealed tote stands on its own. Great all-around bag. Works as an EDC, works as a tote bag, and I think this will be a great travel companion as well. So I hope this video helped you just a little bit. So if you would like, comment, share, and subscribe, hit that button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications the next time I post a brand new video. Good night.